Hi, my name is Clint Brown, and I'm an area director for BNI here in South Dakota. And I'm exploring the book, The 29% Solution, written by Dr. Evan Misner. And this week we're on week 6, which is creating a network relationship database. And if you're like me, you meet a lot of people throughout the week, whether you're in BNI or some other group. It could be church or softball or just your neighbors. The trouble is that as we meet those people and move and meet more people and move, we often lose contact. And we need to be able to tap back into those relationships. So this week's all about creating a database. You know, there's tons of great softwares out there. There's a software called ACT, and there's a new one that actually I met at the conference. Let me see if I can find it here, called RelateToProfit.com, and several other softwares out there that allow you to input your contacts into a database, an active database, and then track of where those referrals go. So let's say you meet somebody at a coffee shop, you stick in their info, and you say something about them like, oh, it was a guy with red hair, and you know, he likes to drive Corvettes, or whatever those things are that'll help you remember that person, all of their contact data. And then as you meet somebody new, what I like to do is I'll go back through the contacts I already have and say, you know, now that I met this guy Pat, who would Pat like to know that I already know? I can only do that, though, if I've got a contact database. And so this week the task is to gather those contacts that you have in the last weeks and start putting them into some sort of system. I also have just a simple card holder. It's like a 3-ring binder. It's got sheets that hold your business cards, and I just stick people's business cards in there. Let me tell you, for me, that's one of the most effective ways. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about technology. I've owned technology companies. I've got Blackberries and webcams and all that kind of stuff. That's great and all, but sometimes just having a very, very simple method of a card holder is a great way. And I'll scribble notes on people's business cards. And so I encourage you this week to take time, look through the options. Again, those softwares the BNI recommends is ACT, A-C-T, I believe with an exclamation point if you just looked up contact management ACT. I'm sure it's number 1 on Google. There's the Relate to Profit. That's relate numeral to profit.com. Those were some fantastic guys that were at the conference. Or you might just try an old school method of just simply putting the cards in a card holder where you can flip through them, and then proactively do something with that database. There's a tremendous amount of value in those names. Don't just let them sit there and collect dust. You could have just saved yourself the time of doing anything with them this week. Actually flip through there. And so my best practice tip for the week is that when you meet somebody new, take 5 minutes to flip through your names and say, who do I know that this new person should know that might be really helpful to their business? And that just kicks the giving into high gear and gets everything going right away. So appreciate your comments below, and I hope to see you next week. We're going to be going over some top 10 traits, and I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.